The Guardian did another piece saying face masks make you look more attractive, and
if your face is busted enough.
Well, exactly. It was just, but it's so ridiculous. But exactly, obviously, that's the case where you go, yeah, if you're gross. But they're trying to put this whole science to it. It depends who you get. Yes, if you get a girl that her face is disgusting and you put a mask over it, or if you get a guy that the eyes are disgusting but the rest of the face is actually pretty good, but you got weird eyes. It's like it depends. But they try to put some weird scientists where they go, there are few positives of the COVID pandemic, but British academics have unearthed one. People look more attractive in protective masks. Well, it's like, yeah, well, British academics might.
Also, this is the laziest piece of government propaganda. Like, this is what this feels like. Is like the literal. They
had a few of these too. This isn't the first one.
This is like on par.
Talked about one of these a year ago.
Yeah, but like this is on par with like, hey, everybody who takes the vaccine, both doses, and the booster makes your dick longer.
That's exactly.
Like, and they're like, any evidence? No.
Taking the vaccine makes you fucking strong like bull.
But you're like, based on what? Like,
actually makes you more lucky too.
Yeah,
we did a luck study. More like it's a pussy magnet. But I also just really did like that it said British academics because they have probably the worst fucking teeth of all time.
I know. It's like most fucking as Rick Rowley says, the most mucked up jibs in the game.
Yeah, just some fucking dude with mucked up chiclets, just teaching, philosophy at Oxford, whatever you call it, one of those stupid Liverpool
Oxford
Liverpool Community College. Just red hair.
Yep.
Yeah, then he has the fucking audacity to come out and be like, actually, girls liked me better when I didn't take my mask off. Yeah, because I got fucking bad breath and one tooth.
Going on in there.
Researchers said they were surprised to find that both men and women were judged to look better with a face covering, obscuring the lower half of their faces. And it's like, there might be something to say about, like, if with a girl, there's that thing where you kind of fill in the blanks. If I'm looking at a girl, right, and I see her with her shirt on, right, I'm going to picture the titties hotter than if I saw them and I know they're not.
Unless they're so tight that you just...
Any parts I can't see, I'm going to picture nice. Like, think about if you're picturing a girl. Is there any scenario where you're just randomly like thinking about what a girl would look like naked and you just picture a nasty looking vagina? Obviously,
no.
Any part that you're imagining, you're gonna give it a good fucking.
It's gonna be at least average or better. Exactly. You're not gonna just be like grossly below, a 3 standard deviation vagina. Like, that's
just randomly for some reason. That's what your fantasy looks like.
I mean, there are guys who that is the case, I suppose.
That's what they're picturing them, like, for no reason. They go, no, I like that hot. I give her fucking big lips in this fantasy. So there's no reason why you would ever anything that's not showing, like, I wouldn't picture a girl that's all scarred up. So any deformity or any bad thing that's about them, yes, I'm going to fill that in with not bad if I can't see it.
Yeah.
That's like saying, like, fucking... guys, actually, girls think on average that guys look better with their shirt on. And you're like, yeah, well, not ones that are fucking chiseled, probably. But yes, you're right. Your average guy takes the shirt off and you go, pop the shirt back on.
Yeah, let's get that back on.
So it's just a stupid point, but that does not mean that fucking, that the guy who has the no mask actually looks good. You go, yeah, you go, hey, you know what? Girls thought that guys wearing a balaclava were actually hotter.
Yeah.
And they go, well, they judge them out of 10 based on only seeing a speck of flesh on their eyes.
I mean, you kind of have to if that's all you got.
Doing the hijab fashion show. That was one of the old things I used to say. The Saudi Arabian Tinder is just eyes. Do they must have a dating app over there for like arranged marriages?
I wonder.
Too much power for
the
your
problem is
parents
I think they're very into old school just based on the fact of like arranged marriages. So that seems like that would be too.
Do you think
modern?
That
like
they have a website for that shit probably.
Like,
no, I think a lot of it's about sort of setting the whole thing up. But I bet you a lot of them get a there's like sites and stuff like that where you can get the arranged marriages. But more importantly, it always makes me laugh, the idea that the kids are misbehaving and you just go, okay, you have a board of like hot girls and girls that you're going to arrange him with. Yeah. And then like he doesn't want to do his chores or whatever. So you put the fat girl up one.
It looks like you're getting the one with the super hairy arms.
You keep
that shit up.
Yeah, exactly. Because the amount of power you have over your kid if you have control of who they're getting, you know what I mean?
Or you could just kill them. That's also an option there.
Pop a homeless girl on the board?
Yeah.
No, you can't. India's not like that. India's pretty normal, I think.
Yeah, I suppose.
Depends on which parts of it.
Yeah.
They go. And what may be a blow for producers of fashionable coverings in the environment, they also discovered that a face covered with a disposable type surgical mask was more likely to be deemed appealing. And guess why they try to say?
Because you care about
no, they think it's surgical and like girls like doctors, they're trying to say like that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm sure there's been tons of dudes getting pussy during the pandemic because they're getting mistaken for doctors. Yeah, that's fucking happening. I'm sure a ton.
That girl goes, ooh, a doctor.
Like, imagine how dumb. Like, imagine you're like somewhere and a girl comes up to you and goes, "Are you a doctor?" And
you go, "Yeah."
What? Why? He goes, "Oh, you're wearing a mask." You go, "Everybody's wearing a mask."
Ooh, a doctor. Yeah, they're saying that people have association with doctors, so they like that.
Dentists, too.
And they said that a lot of people are just, they're so afraid that their brain is like conditioned, like, oh, that guy's safer. That's probably good too. You know, just like crazy shit.
I mean,
like
again, if you're so fucking crazy scared of COVID.
Yeah, for some people. And then also there's the other part where there's that whole, if you're a fucking whatever percentage of the country that's like fried politically, where you look at someone without a mask on and you go, oh, you probably fucking like Ted Cruz.
Yeah. Do you see that? I don't know if these things
are Cruz head.
I don't know if these things are fake ever or what, but you see like the guy in the airplane and he put on like 8 masks.
No.
Like he's like on an airplane and he's just like putting like
saw someone with a bubble on though.
Yeah, I saw that. The bubble. That was like a teacher or something.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, basically, they go, well, it was kind of, oh, when you have to travel and there's no other way to do it, so you have, like, he had no choice but to do this traveling, so he made this bubble for himself to walk around the airport, breathe out of a straw.
I remember right when fucking COVID was happening, and I went to Florida for the first time, and there was a dude at the airport. This is right when, like, nobody knew much, and he was wearing, like, just a painter's suit. Like those, like, you know, the disposable painters, like the white, and you zip them up. They're made of like paper. But he had like Louis Vuitton bags and shit at the airport, and he was just like wearing a painter's thing. And you're like,
yeah, who's this for? Okay.
I mean, I'm sure he thought he was doing something.
Exactly. And then they said, yeah, so they're saying the girls live in fear. And the last thing is, he said in other studies, he had found the covering the left or the right half of the face also made people look more attractive, partially because the brain fills the missing gaps and exaggerates the overall impact. So that's the fair point where you're like, yes, you fill in the missing gaps with something that isn't bad. Yeah. So if a girl has like a huge nose and there's a covering over it, you're not going to picture her with a huge nose when you're fucking, adding her to the spank bank.
I mean, literally, like the ultimate, back in my Tinder days was girls would like post a photo and then you get clues about the body, but you don't see like, you know what I'm talking about? Like there'd be like clues and you're like, you're basically like, you'd have to
print them out and piece them together.
Honestly, like you'd have to get like a fucking like court, like a sketch artist or whatever, or like the sketch artist at the police station. And you got to like just assemble them and like, all these things to be like model, like what you think.
Yeah,
might be under there. Although generally, if you don't get any info, then it's probably not great.
It's never going to be the hottest girl in the world. Is not showing you.
She's not just like this.
Big sunglasses. Yeah. Big novelty spoon in front of her face for no reason.
Yeah, or like just like hiding behind like a giant plant.
Yeah. What is your Twitter photo? You have a fucking Minnie Mouse mascot's head on. Just fun like that.
Yeah, just fun.
The swimming pool up to your neck.
I've spent a lot of time in my life, though, literally doing...
Looking for the bikini?
No. Just kind of figuring out what we're dealing with.
You've never done the thing where you go look for go deep into the profile, look for the bikini pics?
Of course. But I'm saying like just on Tinder.
On a girl that you've been stalking for a little while?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a coworker?
We're dating now.
Potentially,
but no, on Tinder when it's like you didn't have a lot, you have 5 pictures or something, and you're just like, okay, this is all I got to work with.
Yeah, they didn't used to give you that much back in the day.
No.
That being said, if I was on the crushing scene, I wasn't too fucking picky. If it was a one, if we're just dropping it down for a one night,
really good days,
if you're looking
Tinder,
for love,
the really good days of Tinder though, when it was like no limit to the swipes, and you were like right at first, it was like matches were aplenty.
Yeah, you were living the dream.
Matches, it was a gold rush.